Good afternoon, everybody. My wife said you guys would be stopping by. So do you guys want to know what this house would say if it could talk?
Yes.
Yes? Well, I'm going to tell you, and we'll start from the beginning. The land I am standing on was purchased from the United States government in 1855. The Iowa Territory was opened for settlement after the 1835 Black Hawk War. Lyman Windsor and Josiah Sayre were the first to purchase this land. They were land speculators from Pennsylvania. They purchased this land for the going price of $5 per acre. Later, in 1865, Lyman started the first bank in Iowa Fall. Daniel Avery, a farmer, purchased this parcel of land from Windsor and Sayre in 1868 for $1,770. This farmland was prairie grass. It was thick and 6 feet tall, so the farmers had to find ways to turn over the thick sod to prepare it for spring planting. It wasn't easy. An average-sized farm in the late 1800s was 40 acres. 2 horses, 1 farmer worked the land. The family all helped, especially around harvest season, when picking corn was everybody's job. Another problem for farmers was the pothole prairie. These were low areas filling with water every spring because of snowmelt. So a farmer may own 160 acres, but would only be able to use 60 to 80 of those acres. They would be farming around the frog ponds. During the spring, the song of frogs filled the night air. J.T. Shepard purchased this smaller plot of land. He was the first postmaster, and he owned many businesses here in town. This land was plotted for the Gilbert station, incorporating papers in 1882. This home was built in the first lot of Shepard's division of this tiny community by William Totten in 1906. This was part of some long line. Today, this house is referred to the Askelson house because the Askelson family owned this home for the longest number of years. It was purchased by N.S. Askelson and Bella Askelson in 1914. And the last Askelson to live here was Orlean and Bernice, who sold the house in 1976 for $13,000. It was not too far from Main Street, but it was easy to walk uptown to do our business and stay abreast to the going ons in Gilbert. This house and all the people who lived in it lived here over the years have seen a lot of activity. Every spring, a gathering working for E.G. Honglin, Portland, Poultry, an eggs company came back from the surrounding farms with thousands of eggs. Every year, 12 to 15 railroad carts of eggs would be sent up to the eastern market. The farmers brought their cream to town and delivered it to the Farmers Mutual Co-op Creaming Association, where they would return about 1,000 pounds of butter per day. To them, that would be sent to the eastern markets with the eggs. Grain was delivered by farmers in their hired hands to one of the 2 grain elevators in town, L.G. Slocum Elevator Company and Great Western Grain Company. During the early 1800s, where more grain was shipped from Gilbert Station than any other point between Des Moines and Eagle Grove. Oh yes, Gilbert has changed a lot over the years. The residents of Gilbert drove their horses and buggies, then later cars, up and down Main Street to do business or just to socialize. They called it cruising Main, but as cars got faster, there was less cruising, as it became easier to go to Ames and cruise Main Street there. I hear that was a favorite activity of many Gilbert teens after a Friday football game. Oh yes, this house has seen a lot of funerals, births, graduations, weddings. It has also had many a cattle being groomed for 4-H fairs in the backyard. Over the years, there has also been a decline of business on Main Street because of the loss of business to Ames, but has seen a rise in the school system, which has spurred a renaissance of sort in this community. Yes, this house has seen a lot and is strong enough to record more in history in the future. Thanks for stopping by and listening to this house's story. There are a lot more stories to come after this that you will see. Have fun.
Thank you.
Good job.